Book One, Chapter One of The Bent Twig by Dorothy Canfield. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Reading by Matt Perard. Book One, In Arcadia. Chapter One, Sylvia's Home. Like most happy childhoods, Sylvia's early years lay back of her in a long, cheerful procession of featureless days, the outlines of which were blurred into one shimmering glow by the very radiance of their sunshine. Here and there she remembered patches, sensations, pictures, scents. Mother holding baby sister up for her to kiss, and the fragrance of the baby powder. The pine trees near the house chanting loudly in an autumn wind. Her father's alert face, intent on the toy water wheel he was setting for her in the little creek in their field. The beautiful sheen of the pink silk dress Aunt Victoria had sent her. The look of her mother's steady, grave eyes when she was so sick. The leathery smell of the books in the university library one day when she followed her father there. The sound of the rain pattering on the low, slanting roof of her bedroom. These were the occasional clearly outlined, bright colored illuminations wrought on the burnished gold of her sunny little life. But from her 7th birthday her memories began to have perspective, continuity. She remembered an occasional whole scene, a whole afternoon, just as it happened. The first of these must have marked the passing of some unrecognized mental milestone, for there was nothing about it to set it apart from any one of 100 afternoons. It may have been the first time she looked at what was about her and saw it. Mother was putting the baby to bed for his nap. Not the baby sister, she was a big girl of 5 by this time, but another baby, a little year-old brother, with blue eyes and yellow hair, instead of brown eyes and hair like his 2 sisters. And when Mother stooped over the little bed, her white fichu fell forward and Sylvia leaned to hold it back from the baby's face, a bit of thoughtfulness which had a rich reward in a smile of thanks from Mother. That was what began the remembered afternoon. Mother's smiles were golden coin, not squandered on every occasion. Then she and Mother and Judith tiptoed out of the bedroom into Mother's room, and there stood Father with his university clothes on, and yet his hair rather rumpled up, as though he had been teaching very hard. He had a pile of papers in his hand, and he said, "Barbara, are you awfully busy just now?" Mother said, "Oh, no, she wasn't at all." She never was busy when Father asked her to do something, although Sylvia could not remember ever once having seen her sit and do nothing, no, not even for a minute. Then Father said, "Well, if you could run over these, I'd have some time to have some ball with the seminar after they're dismissed. These are the papers the Freshmen handed in for that economics quiz." Mother said, "Sure she could," or the equivalent of that, and Father thanked her, turned Judith upside down and right side up again so quick that she didn't know what had happened, and left them all laughing, as they usually were when Father ran down from the study for something. So Sylvia and Judith, quite used to this procedure, sat down on the floor with a book to keep them quiet until Mother should be through. Neither of them could read, although Sylvia was beginning to learn, but they had been told the stories so many times that they knew them from the pictures. The book they looked at that day had the story of the people who had rowed a great boat across the water to get a gold sheepskin, and Sylvia told it to Judith, word for word, as Father always told it. She glanced up at Mother from time to time to make sure she was getting it right, and ever afterwards the mention of the Argonauts brought up before Sylvia's eyes the picture of her mother that day, sitting very straight, her strong brown fingers making an occasional mark on the papers, as she turned them over with a crisp rustle, her quiet face bent in a calm fixity of attention over the pages. Before they knew it, the work was done.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?